Welcome to another Smashing Pistons video, and we are at Rustival 2 today.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
You join us live at Brushtival, where the most important thing going on right now is food. So let's head straight over to Rob and Dave to give us their verdict on whatever it is they're eating. Go on then, Dave, Dave. What do you think to you? What is it you're eating?
I've got myself a bacon and pork sausage BAPS, cob, whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
And it's good, big fat sausages, you know.
What about
size
you?
of Prince Charles fingers. So
what about you, BAP?
The BAPS, nice and soft. It's not repeating on me. It's not salty. It's pucker.
What would you give it out of 7?
Including the price, I'd give this a solid 8.
Oh, very good.
Solid 8.
I'll ask Rob in a second when he's finished eating. Did you put any sauce on yours?
Nah, I'd like it dry.
Oh. What about you, Rob?
Rob or Ernest?
Well, Rob.
I've got a sausage BAP
Yep.
with ketchup.
Oh,
It's delicious.
okay. Reasonable cost?
I believe it was £4.50.
That's quite good.
Cheaper than that one over there.
Right, okay. And I've got a bacon BAP, and it was free, so it could be horrendous, and it won't matter because it didn't cost anything. Thanks, Rob.
You're welcome.
Oh, look at this professional shot. So this is a really nice colour. It's kind of like a bronzy, purpley thing. But anyway, the main thing that I wanted to be over here for is this. I've seen this on that here Facebook, and that is pretty damn nice. In fact, even that under bonnet dressing is very cool. Very good. Welcome to another Smashing Pistons video, and we are at Rustival 2 today. I thought I'd just go for a quick walk around. I'm not going to do every car. I'm just going to walk around quickly, find stuff that looks vaguely interesting, and I'll show you them and try and shout out a few channels as well. So join me on this fantastic Rainbow Over trip. So I'm not going to dwell too long on it, but this is Rob's ZTT in pearl black, I think it is, and it is currently for sale. So if you fancy an MG ZTT diesel tourer, there's the number. Give them a bell. Come and have a look. It's a pretty decent car. Now I'm sure I've seen this one before, but yeah, these little warthog thingies, or whatever they're called, nice quirky looking little thing. Look how much room there is, and look, it's front engined, but not only front engined, it's front engine. So your axle line is here, and the engine's in front of that. Bizarre. So we've got the wheel trim shady. There's some pretty awesome looking artworks on here. I particularly like this one. That's quite cool. Oh, and that chromy one, look there. They're pretty smart. I like them. These are things you don't see around as much anymore. But yeah, that's a nice looking thing. If you want to see more about this one, Steve's Four Wheels. There you go. So check out his channel. Nice little Merc 2-seater sports car. But right at the side of that is a Marina. Now I've seen one of these for sale, which is the same colour as this. But it's been modified slightly, so it's got fatter wheels and I think it's got a different engine to the original, I think. But it does look really nice. So yeah, maybe if the whole Beetle plan doesn't work out, then maybe that plan would work out instead. But there's a nice little Daewoo that I'm just gonna check out down here, just to show you the shape of them, really. Check out that sort of 90s-ish design. So many little things that you don't sort of associate or remember. So, for example, the door handles being flush, that's a very 90s thing. Whereas later, you get the sort of thing that's like on this cube here, where you get door handles that stick out. So it's just little things that date cars that you don't really think about at first. Yeah, how nice. So Davies isn't the only smart car that's here, there's this one here as well, but this one says Brabus on it. So one would assume that this is the slightly more sporty version. Now I heard this coming in, it sounded quite fruity. So I assume there's a turbo hiding underneath there. But that's also a very nice colour. Yeah, even if I take my sunglasses off, I can see it's a nice colour. In fact, why am I wearing sunglasses? And then look, there's another TT. It seems to be the land of the ZTTs today. Is that ignition blue, I think? Can never remember, but them grid spokes are definitely the best wheels to have on a ZT. And then there's a really nice sleeker side of it, but we're not going to ponder too much on Rover stuff. Oh, it's had a respray up front, I think. Yeah, very nice. So nice little Citroen, run by Indecisive Auto. So follow or not, it's up to you. If you can't decide, then that's perfectly apt. BX 16 TRS, is that the tomato one that number 27 had? I don't know. Now that's a big looking beastie. It's quite big, isn't it? And weirdly, I don't know how I feel about that. An Alfa Romeo where the number plate's in the middle rather than on to one side. I don't know whether I'm approving of that or not. But it literally makes no difference because it's not my car, so there you go. But something else over here, which is akin to Gen Z, is a Lotus Talbot Sunbeam. So yeah, Gen Z is a Lotus version of a Rover 200, and this is a Lotus version of a Talbot Sunbeam or a Chrysler, whatever they called them in different countries. But yeah, how nice that is, and look how primitive them door mirrors look. Just again another little nod to the sort of time when these things were designed. And there's quite a few bits and pieces here. I thought it was going to be a bit empty when we first got here. Well, we're kind of getting it with somebody's photographs. But actually, there is a lot here. More than I thought. Right, we can walk around now. So let's see what's down this other bit. I think we've seen a lot of these before, to be honest. In fact, we're going to have a look at the Ex-hubnut cars. So this isn't an Ex-hubnut car, this is a hubnut car. And then this one is an Ex-hubnut car. Gazelle with its crazy hydraulic suspensiones. Those wheels look very shiny. I don't remember them being like that before. I don't think that's an Ex-hubnut car. This one is an Ex-hubnut car. and this is Davy's smart car. Oh, I keep walking into people's photographs. So what I like about this, let's just watch this Travan. Bless it. Yeah, Davy's added his own little shopping list on there. So eggs, milk, bananas, bread, ham and pepper. I like that. That is something I approve of. And if you want to follow this little car's little journey through life, it's Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV. Davy's a lovely chap. I was talking to him earlier, so hopefully I'll get to catch him again in a bit on there. In fact, I should hang around my own car for a bit. I believe this is a Hubnut car. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I've not watched much Hubnut recently. And then there's some other bits and pieces. One thing I do want to have a look at though is this Porsche. Now that is just perfect era Porsche for me. It reminds me of the game Chase HQ. And in Chase HQ, basically at the start of the game, you got a call from Nancy at Chase HQ telling you that there's a car that you've got to go and apprehend. And it was a top-down scroller car race game. And basically you had to catch up with the car, so it was I think it was top down when you were catching up with the car, so you were driving like if you were driving on a map through the city, and then when you caught up with him it became like a rear view, like Outrun, and you had to smash them off the road, I think, unless I'm remembering incorrectly. But the car that was on the picture, and I think supposed to be in the game, was one of these. Yeah, really nice shaped car. In fact, you can't see it, can you? Yeah, really nice shaped car. One of the few cars I think where red really suits it. And then we've got Furious Matt's Hippo, and we've got Furious Matt's Massive Interceptor, which now has sills, whereas before it didn't have sills. Here we've got Alex from Alex's Assets Rover P4, Rover 100, which you'll have seen many times on my channel. But now Alex's Rover has its own engine jam. She has been presented with her very own engine jam. And then another car that we don't see very often, in fact I don't think I've ever featured it on my channel, is Simone's Connie, her Rover 75, and she's got it's an interesting sort of finish on the bonnet there. So what she did there, she was painted it with blackboard paint that's got iron filings in it, so it's basically matte black and rust. And I'm not sure whether this is the finish she intended, but it's definitely eye-catching and definitely something that I totally approve of. She was going to bring loads of chalk for us to draw on it, but she forgot the chalk. Never mind. But yeah, Connie, what a nice little Rover 75. I believe she's the saloon version of Henny. So yeah, automatic, 2 litre diesel. What a groovy little thing. So it's not just cars that are here at Rustival today. There's also the YouTubers. So Rustival was set up by Steph from iDrive Classic, Ian and Carly from Hubnut, and Matt from Furious Driving. And well, they've got their own little stall, so I'll just scan around and show you. Oh, and Friendship Corner. So we've got Friendship Corner here where people can just basically come and chill out. So if people are coming to a show on their own and they're a bit nervous of just walking around on their own, Friendship Corner is for you. Come along, get a little name badge so people know who you are, and yeah, maybe start a new friendship on there. And then we've got Furious Driving and Hubnut's merch stand, and I Drive a Classics merch stand as well. And then I managed to somehow, no idea, managed to get a parking spot right at the side there. So it's kind of fortuitous to me, and yes, very cool. You'll see there's the aftermath of Brushtival going on. So yes, that might need tidying up at some point. Now there was a little competition held on Facebook by the Rustival guys to sort of see which creator could win a little spot on the Rustival stage, which is the thing that you probably just saw in the background up there. and a lovely chap called Josh won with his short. It got the most likes, and so they decided to pick Josh so he could go on stage for 15 minutes and plug his channel and just generally talk about car stuff, I think. But he's got a really nice RX-8 that I was talking to him about earlier, and it is very, very nice. So I'll just give you a quick look around it. Apparently it's a really, really rare one as well. So here it is. It's a Pro Drive, an RX-8 Pro Drive edition, which is why it says the PZ. Don't know what the Z stands for, but it's a really nice colour, and it's got loads of little trick bits on it. So apparently the wheels are specific to this special edition. The spoiler is specific to this special edition. And then at the front as well, there's a particular part of the grille which is specific to this special edition. So Josh was saying that it's the prices of these nowadays are kind of a bit of a bad point for him, because he was saying people will get like the special edition ones, because they don't make that many of each special edition. People will break them quite readily just to get bits to put on their own. So it means half decent ones are going for quite cheap because they're just getting broke basically. So he's done quite a good job at rescuing this one. I did ask the question. Well, actually, he volunteered the information that it has had an engine rebuild, which I expected. But the mileage, the miles per gallon he gets out of it, is the thing that had put me off thinking about it. So he says if he drives carefully, 26-ish. If he doesn't drive carefully, 12-ish miles per gallon, which I think is the thing that had put me off, because that is quite thirsty. What is this? Well, they class it as 1.3, but it's got 2 combustion chambers within that, so it's really a 2.6. I think is how they worked it out. Anyway, really, really nice car. So as mentioned before, there's a stage area over there, and they've got some. In fact, it's getting sunny again. I need to put my sunglasses back on. God, this is a struggle 100. Right, so yeah, there's a stage area, which is a bit over there. And we're in this is in the Vanden Plas area. So I've already done half it, so let's have a quick walk around and see if there's anything super exciting that I can spot for you.
The way that it's done is just phenomenal. It's American, and Americans know how to put on a show. But particularly how they tell the story of the space shuttle, it's hugely hyped up. James said, yeah,
they have some good people on the stage. So
you sit in this auditorium.
There's Laurie from Laurie's Mechanical Marvels, who I did my piston talk in episode 3. 3, I think it was, with. Don't know who anybody else is. Bit of Twingo action for Mark. Look, Mark, Twingers. Very close up. That's better, not as close up. There you go, Mark. A couple of Twingos for you. What would you call a pair of Twingos? Because they're not Twiglets, are they? So down this end, there's plenty of stuff going on down here as well. And it's not as loud as it was last time. It seems to be quieter generally. Maybe it's because it's the sort of end of the showing season, or maybe it's just quiet. But yeah, we've kind of got to the end of this bit, so I'll have another walk back and see what else we can see. Now this thing reminds me of my mate. John had a Mark 1 Fiesta, but it was pretty much I'm pretty sure it was like a base model sort of thing, but it were a 1.3. I think he'd done some random work carb on it, and he'd put a straight through piece of exhaust. Instead of having an actual baffle or anything, it was just downpipes, and then I'm sure it was just a straight through exhaust, and that were it. But My memories are that it used to shift, but there's a very high possibility that it weren't that quick at all, and it was just that it was super loud, and it just felt like it was fast. But yeah, they're just dead evocative of young trazzing around town in something dead basic but fun. Which is kind of why I like Gen Z so much. She's like dead simple. There's nothing complicated about her. She's not the most simplest car. She's obviously got an ECU and all that jazz, but yeah, it's light and easily to chuck about, and she just sounds like a nice little car. So I'm going to do a moving sign off. Again, when I've put my glasses on. There we go. So that's been Rustival 2. Hope you've enjoyed the small amount of cars that I've brought to your attention. I'm just walking back towards Gen Z now. So don't forget to click like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends. Most importantly, share with anybody that you feel might enjoy this, because that's the whole point in doing it, is for people to watch these and think that were nice. I'll subscribe so I can watch more stuff, and the more the merrier. Bye.